What is going on, all you faithful gamers out here? Out here? Wow, that was weird. What's going on, all you faithful gamers out there? This is your boy Blakey the Kid, and of course we are back with another faithful gaming video. Man, King of Fighters 15, another reaction trailer to Leona Hyder. Okay, those of you guys don't know, she is the daughter of Hyder. I don't think anybody knows what his first name is. He just goes by Hyder. But either which way, she actually replaced her father Hyder from the Ikari Warriors team from King of Fighters 94. Actually, since King of Fighters 96, she was Hyder's replacement, if you will. And I mean, over the years, man, I mean, she kind of got fleshed out a little bit. I mean, she pretty much stayed the same character. Added some moves here, took away some moves there, but she really got like she kind of got fleshed out again, I want to say, in King of Fighters 12, and then definitely fleshed out even more in King of Fighters 13, and then she kind of stayed the same for 14, and now, I mean, I don't know, let's see what they're gonna do with her in this one. Now I never, like, I liked Leona, but I never played with Leona. She's kind of weird to play with. Like, I don't know, man. Like, pretty much everybody from the Ikari Warriors team except for Ralph Clark was actually kind of weird to play with. They weren't like necessarily hard to play with. I mean, they were hard if you were gonna you know, main them and actually try to, you know, be in some type of placement in a tournament or something like that. But as far as, like, you know, just playing with them casually or whatever, I mean, it was pretty cool to play with or whatever, but I just never really played with them like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this Leona trailer. See what we got. Man, I don't know what they're gonna do with her. Okay. Well, she looks the same, of course. Same normal. Okay, she got that little counter thing. Okay, we're gonna talk about that counter thing a little bit. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. Now I ain't gonna lie, that looks kinda live. Neo Max. Okay. Super Saiyan Neo Max. Okay.
KOF 15.
Okay, we got victory poses at the end. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that looks pretty cool, man. Okay, so let's break this down. Now, couple of changes. I mean, her normals pretty much are the same. If you're familiar with her in any other I would say it like this, from King of Fighters 12 and up, if you're familiar with that Leona, then it's pretty much the same Leona. Same normal, same CDs. Now that, okay, so I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I thought that was just like a parry move that they gave Rio and Robert. Like, I mean, okay, come on, like, and I've heard other people talk about it and they say, oh, this is actually something else. But I was like, I didn't really think about it like that. But I mean, come on, like, Rio always had a parry move, like, always. So when I saw Rio do it, I thought, okay, it was just you know, one of his parries, they just gave him a new parry. And then I saw Robert do it. I was like, okay, they gave him a parry, but this is not that. This is actually a new mechanic that they're putting in the game, obviously. Now, shout out to Rufo Monger. He was the first person I saw actually talk about this in his rendition of the King of Fighters 15 Rio and Robert's analysis trailer that he made. And I ain't gonna lie, he kind of like opened my eyes to it. So this parry move, if you will, this is actually something that they did in King of Fighters 12. Where if you held back and pressed C and D, or which would be hard punch and hard kick at the same time, they would do like this flash and then like a blow off hit. And it was kind of like the equivalent. Okay, so in King of Fighters you know, like how in like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that, you had the push block where you block, and then if you hit all 3 buttons or all 2 buttons or whatever, then you would do a push block. Well, in King of Fighters, if you were blocking, you had a special meter or it had meter or whatever. Then if you press C and D, hard punch and hard kick at the same time, you would do a blow off attack, which would it would cost a meter, but at the same time it would get people off of you. And it was also good to like kind of cheese people out with as well, because you could actually kill them with it. Now I believe they let you do it in King of Fighters 14 as well, but yeah, it didn't really take a lot of power. It just took like a squint, maybe like 1%, maybe like a pixel of health away from you. But you know, if you were fighting somebody and they didn't have any health, and you just wanted to play on the safe side and like just chip some, like kind of like either chip them out or cheese them out, you could do it to kill them like that. But this is something different. I don't know if this is gonna replace the guard blow off or whatever they called it or whatever, but in here, this is what they did in King of Fighters 12. So if you did it, if you timed it when somebody hit you, you would do like a counter hit. But it kind of seems like it's just something more. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Let me rewind it some. Rewind this a little bit so we can see. Counter block, and then he's crumbling. Okay, so and then of course we saw with Rio and Robert that you could do like a follow-up combo afterwards or whatever. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you could do this for free, this is gonna be like a super OP move. Like super OP. Like, I mean, you're gonna have people attacking you. That's point blank and period. Now, the question would be if it's gonna be free, if you could do this for free and get like a follow-up combo and stuff like that, will it scale the damage that you take, or would it cost some type of meter? Like, would it cost like your special meters or your super special meter or whatever you want to call it? Would it cost that, or would it be free? I mean, we don't know yet, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's definitely a step up from the King of Fighters 12 rendition of the move, which is, I mean, honestly, kind of having a little bit of mixed feelings about it. I mean, it goes, you know, I'm gonna make a separate video talking about that. But yeah, man, but that's that. Why would you get like you could do like a free combo, and the only thing you could do is that little flash thing that Leona did just now. Hold on, that's one of her moves. It's called Excalibur. Let me rewind it a little bit. I keep that move right there, that's called Excalibur. You could have did a whole combo. You just gonna hit him with Excalibur, fam? Like, come on, Doc. All right. Look like she'll definitely have some juggle combos and stuff like that. It really looks like it's setting up for juggles. You probably follow up with that. I don't know what Leona's moves are called, but at the end of the day, let's talk about it like this. So if those of you guys are not familiar with Leona, Leona's always a charged character for the most part. So let me slow this down a little bit more. All right, that's so you can think about it like doing a Guile Sonic Boom, but with a kick. So you like charge for like, the thing I liked about the charging system in King of Fighters is like you only had to charge it for like a second, versus in like Street Fighter you had to charge stuff like for like 3 seconds and stuff like that. But whatever, man. Like, I mean, I get it, because you know King of Fighters is more of a fast-paced fighting game versus Street Fighter, where it's like slow and it's more like chess moves and stuff like that. They want you to calculate everything, which it gets boring after a while, but whatever. So that's a charge move. I forget what that's called. But she like basically dashes up and slashes. It looks like this is the EX version of that move. Look like you could do a follow-up after that. EX Excalibur. Now I don't have no idea what that is, but that is like you actually do that move with the actual Sonic Boom motion. Charge back for a second, and then forward and punch, and then she'll do that. Now that move is like super OP for like people who like to keep jumping in at you and stuff like that. I'll show you why. It was like, it's not necessarily OP, but it's still good. Like you would think like that move would be dumb, but it's actually still good because if you see, it covers the top half of Leona, and the hitbox is pretty big. So if people try to come up to you straight forward, then they're gonna get hit. They jump in at you, they're gonna get hit. And then as you see, Leona's already in standing animation, so that means you could do a follow-up after that, which means most of the time you'll get a follow-up. Even if you don't do it, I mean, for the most part, even if you don't do an EX version of the move, you would still get a follow-up after that, which make that that move good. And yeah, man, it could definitely apply some pressure. And then you always plus afterwards as well, which makes sense because, you know, it takes her a while for that move to actually come out. But yeah. Alright, so her V Slasher look like the EX version. Now, those of you guys who don't know, Leona actually has some Orochi blood in her. Just like Iuri has some Orochi blood in him. But like, whenever you see Leona's hair turn red, like, oh, that's not a good bit. Let me go back. So you see her hair is blue here. It's red here because basically whenever she does like a a level 2 version of one of her super desperation moves, she kind of like taps into the Orochi power, but she doesn't like go full on into a Riot of the Blood state, and that's a conversation for another. So she has two forms, just like Iori Yagami has two forms. They both are called the Riot of the Blood state, or Orochi. Orochi, insert name here, basically. So like with Iuri, it would be Orochi Iuri, where he gets crazy and stuff like that. And it's called they call it the Riot of the Blood state when they tap into that power. I guess kind of like fully, or when they're like fully influenced by it. And then Leona, it's the same with Leona. And so in this state, she's not fully influenced by the Riot of the Blood, but you get, when her hair turns red, that's how you know, like, okay, something is happening with her Orochi blood. And she mainly does it whenever she does like a level 2 version of her desperation moves. And then like you saw, her hair went back to blue, just like that. There you go. Now this is a level 2 version of this move. Don't know what that move is called, but it's cool. Move looks very cool, I'm not gonna lie. Now this is where Leona gets very good. Now originally, man, okay, so originally whenever she threw the earring and it touched you, it just exploded. But just as you guys saw here, it hit him, is on him, and then it explodes later. Now I don't know if they, I think they are, because it's kind of like been like this in every installment. It's pretty much like this whenever a character has something like this in any type of game, when you like put something on them or whatever, and it takes a while for it to detonate or whatever. When you hit that, if you get hit, then it goes away. I'm pretty sure if you hit Leona, then the little bomb or whatever will go away. But at the end of the day, this will definitely set up for like combo potentials, juggle potentials, all of that stuff, man. And it'll definitely be a good way to keep people on the defensive and stuff like that. But that's not all. As we saw, she can also detonate it. Now, I don't know. I want to say it's the same move because they showcased the move and then they continued with this. So I want to say you could detonate it, which would be live, because then, you know what I'm saying, like that also brings about, okay, like you trying to play keep away. Now the thing about Leona, you kind of don't really think like you would want to zone with Leona, but zoning with Leona has always been good because of those reasons. Like Leona has always been that character that if she wants to zone you out, she can zone you out, and if she wants to get in, she can get in. That's what always made Leona deadly. She could do both, and that's pretty much how her father was hiding. Cause he was like that. That was his gameplay style. If he wanted to just zone somebody out, he could zone you out, but also he could get in and do some damage as well. But I would say Leona does the getting in and doing damage better, simply because she has more in her arsenal. Well, it's kind of like a whatever thing or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. But that's actually cool. So the reason why I say that that's gonna actually be good is because, okay, if you're zoning someone out and then you hit them with that, and they have a while to like try to come in and hit you, if they're not careful with how they come in, you could like detonate it. And from what it seems like, you could do a follow-up. Yeah, because she's already in standing animation, so it looks like you could do like a follow-up, like maybe do like a super, or maybe like that that little slash move where she runs and slashes at you. Maybe you could do one of the other. I know for sure that you could do the super desperation move and then hit them at least from this distance, at least the level 2 or whatever. But I mean, it seemed like it would really be good for those reasons. That it actually makes Leona a little bit more deadlier. EX, get a full-blown combo, detonate, and then hit him with Excalibur again. Okay, so it looks like she has 2 versions of the move. Let me see something. Let me rewind a little bit. Yeah, that's the detonate. Yeah, she pretty much did the same thing. Okay. Yeah, so it definitely looks like she has 2 versions of that move. So it looks like with one version, it'll just explode on contact, and then another version, it'll just sit on them, and then you know, you could detonate it later, or it'll explode on its own later, or whatever the case may be. Actually, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty live, man. Like, give me some options. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I personally won't be playing with Leona, but I mean, just to give an unbiased opinion, like that's really good. Like on a whole nother level, that really makes Leona all that more deadly to fight against. And then her Neo Max, hair turn red again. All those sparks and stuff. All right. All right. There we go with that. That's Leona in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, man. Okay. So, all you Leona fans, you know, let me know how you feel in the comment section down below, man. I know a lot of people like playing with, and especially a lot of people from like Hispanic or Latino or Latin America and stuff like that. I know a lot of people from those countries really like the Akari warriors and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, man, if you play with Leona, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. I mean, I never really mained Leona, never really played with Leona like that. Just to give an unbiased opinion, I really say, like, you know, they really did her some justice with the new tips and tricks that they added to her and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, yeah, just let me know how y'all feel. But yeah, man, this is this video. Man, the next video I'm gonna make, let's talk about it, man. That new mechanic that they put in from King of Fighters 12. Let me know how you feel about that. I'm definitely gonna let you guys know how I feel about it in another video. But this is Blakey the Kid. Remind you guys to stay faithful.